I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I wanna ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak.
Hi folks, well, we got a beautiful day here, and got my good fishing buddy Jack Capps here from Bayview, Alabama. And we're up in a little creek here called Corbin Creek in central Alabama, Jefferson County. And it's this creek was just dead. The whole lake was dead. It's been dead since 1957 or so. And for years, all the sewage and industrial pollution washed into Bayview Lake. And after what, 1960, wasn't it, Jack? It was dead as a hammer, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There wasn't nothing out here but skeeters and this old green duckweed and
Cottonmouth.
cottonmouth. And look yonder, Coy's done caught a fish before we got started. Look down yonder.
Yeah, yeah.
Jack's nephew Coy's down there fishing. He's had a good morning this morning. We're gonna talk to him in just a minute. But anyway, we were out here canoeing around. Been about 4 years ago, hadn't it, Jack?
Yeah, 4 years. 4 years this spring.
And my boys was down below the dam, and we started catching a few little old green sunfish. And we caught them all the way down from the dam, and I told them boys, I said, you know, there's an outside chance that there's some fish come back in that lake. Now, we knew the county commission had put the sewer plants in up here 3 or 4 years earlier and cleaned all that up. And so we got up in here with canoes, and we started using little old beetle spins and little brim type baits. And lo and behold, we caught a fish or two. And I said, looky here. So I called my folks at the Conservation Department. They came out here and they did a little study, and they found out that the lake had begun to clean up. And we came up in Corbin Creek. I never will forget, we was in that slough right across from us, just right directly across from right here. They ran that machine up in there and turned on the electricity, and I saw about 4 bass roll up about 1.5 pounds apiece. I said, I ain't believing this. So they did some more studies, and the Conservation Department subsequently has come out here and they put over 30,000 Florida bass in here, which some of them we've been catching yesterday and today, haven't we, Jack?
That's right, yeah.
Brim, unreal, the numbers of brim in here. And there's a little fish in here, and maybe we'll catch one today called a green sunfish. And this is a lake that holds a state record now, and it's got more of them than any lake I know of, and normally they'd only be about 3 inches long. But these things get big in this lake. Of course, them bass is liable to work on them a little while now, ain't they, Jack, when them bass get a little bigger?
Yeah.
How was it, Jack, when it was really, really bad out here?
Well, Archie, it was so bad in the dead summertime, especially in July and August, September, when the water got low, that you could not go out in your yard and halfway breathe. It had such an odor to it. And mosquitoes was awful, and they tried a mosquito control on this lake, but it wasn't successful. It would take the duckweed on over and run into Warrior River with it, with that mosquito control.
We had a real crisis on that too.
That's
the duckweed dumped in, it shut the whole river down there for years. I mean, for a whole period, one summer, wasn't it?
But now they are spraying the lake again for mosquitoes. And
how many bass did you catch yesterday, Jack?
Yesterday, I had the best day that I've had in over a year. I caught 31 bass all day long yesterday. And I've got a lure that I use only when these bass are just coming off the bed. It's a Bagley crawfish. And I catch 99% of my bass with that lure right there.
That's that balsa wood, John.
That's that balsa wood. You just throw it the edge of the weeds or logs or the duckweed, shake it a time or two, and something will tear into it. 95% of the cast that you make with it.
Now, you was telling me that everything in here hit that thing.
That's right.
Why do you think they like crawfish, Jack?
I think it's because this lake, that's a natural bait for them. This lake's full of red crawfish.
That's what color these things are.
And I've caught 9 species of fish with that one lure right there. That Bagley small fry is what it's called. And it's an excellent plug for this lake.
Well, you know, Jack, you and I, we tried some of them other colors, and they just don't pay off like it's red and does.
No, There's just something about this red with a dark black back on this.
I remember when we was kids, we'd come out here and seine in this lake, and then you could get a seine full in one dip. I ain't never seen many crawfish, and every one of them was red, like it looked like if you had boiled them.
Yeah.
You know how if you boil old crawfish, you turn red?
That's right.
And I guess that's just a natural food for them, don't you reckon?
I think it is, Archie, because this lake is full of them.
Well, why don't we do this, Jack? Flip that thing out there and show them the twitch that you use on it that makes this happen out here.
Well, right here we're in duckweed. You want me to throw it over there?
That'd be
Can
all
you
right,
get
I
it
guess.
there?
Yeah, just flip
all
it
right,
right
I'll
over.
make a cast right over there. Just give that crawfish a little twitch in that duckweed when the duckweed is spotty.
Uh-huh.
And right close to the bank. And the majority of the times you will get a bass or a brim or a crappie. And I have had catfish to hit that same lure.
Well, now, Jack, before we got out here, you'd already got going pretty good. You had several already on this morning, and Coy's got a bunch of them down there too, hadn't he?
Yeah, Coy's got 8 or 10. He's got some nice fish.
I see.
Now, yesterday I had one that weighed 7 pounds, and I had 2 that weigh about 5 pounds. And I had about 8 or 10 that would go from 3 to 3.5 pounds apiece.
Boy, that's
They
some
just
good
hit all day long.
Well, that's the thing about it out here. You got to be on them. You come out here and fish all day and not catch nothing. And when you catch them right, you can load the boat up.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Now, my son Ted fishes out here a lot, and he got in from work and come on out here at 4 yesterday evening, and I let him borrow one of these plugs, Archie. You brought me 2 yesterday, and he caught 15 when he come home right at dark yesterday evening, and he had 2 that go about 4.5 pounds apiece.
That's great. See that thing up in there, Jack? I threw it.
There he
Got
is.
him? Hold
That's
him,
a
Jack.
good one. That's a good one.
Hold him, boy.
Get the dip nib, that one,
All
Archie.
right, here. I got one of them long handle dip nets. Hold him, Jack. Hold him. That's a good one. Bring him on in here. Don't lose him. Get him in. Ah! I ain't a very good dip. I'm gonna try to hold that off of there. Hold, Jack. Hold that dip. Ah! I was trying to keep them hooks out of there, but I didn't do a very good job.
Oh, yeah, we can get it out.
Hold right still, and I'll undo him right here before we get. Now these has got the sharpest hooks on them you will ever see. If you don't believe it, you let one of them get in you. Let's see here, Jack.
Yeah, I got some.
I tell you, a little bit of that duckweed ain't gonna hurt it.
They get on there for shade, Archie.
That's what I'm saying.
Take these
All right.
pliers.
All right, hold on there now. All right, that's a pretty one. Now I tell you, we need to back up now. I had one running at mine right on that tree right yonder, and I believe we can get him, Jack. Where's the stringer at here? Let's back up right there by
string
that.
him up or just turn him loose?
Well, we'll put him on here. We'll turn him loose in a minute. How's that sound? We've been turning all of them loose, but we'll string him up here a minute. We ain't gonna leave him on there long, though. Now we got some good places right here with them overhanging trees, and that's what tests your skill, Jack. You know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yep, you got to put it under there.
Or either put it in the tree, one or two.
Yep.
Where'd you get that at? Right there by that tree stump?
Yeah.
Jack, I think wait a minute, hold right still. I see some rolling right up on that, right at the edge of that bank right there.
Am I too far out
Yeah,
for you?
you're about 10 foot too far. There he is. Dog. There he is. You see him hit that on the twitch, Jack?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He's coming up. There he is. He's right at the base of that log right there. That's pretty good one too, Jack.
You want the net?
Let me see here. I can't see him good right now. Can't tell how good I got it.
These fish yesterday and today are really fighting.
Boy, they are fighting good.
They are fighting more than I've ever seen them.
Hold on now, boy. I tell you, you can flat get a hook in your hand doing this. See, if I had him hooked pretty good, I was gonna dip him, but I felt like I had him pretty good, Jack.
You want these?
Yes, see, I got him right here. I got him right here. Boy, they just come right out of that duckweed and snatch it, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We may have a little feeding period start. Of course, Coy, they've been catching them all along all morning here.
Yeah, Coy's done good this morning. This duckweed is bad enough with the people's garbage from the city of Birmingham. They throw on the streets, bottles in the gutters, down through Ensley and Pratt City. They throw their garbage bags in the village creek, and it comes right into Bayview Lake. That's all this trash and stuff you see on here.
You know, I bet some thoughtless person don't realize it, but when you take a soda pop bottle with a lid on it or not a lid on it, and just drop it or throw it out the car window, as soon as the rain comes, it's gonna wash down the side of the road, it's gonna wash down into the gully, it's gonna wash into the storm sewers, it's gonna wash down Village Creek, it's gonna wind up right down here in the middle of this beautiful fishing right down here at Bayview Lake.
That's right.
And if it, in other words, everybody's got to tend to their own garbage, because when it winds up down here, somebody has got to get it out or clean it up. It ain't, I mean, it's, them bottles right there, I bet some of them been floating there for 10 years. And so it's got to be, we got to clean up after ourselves instead of making a mess everywhere we go.
Yeah, old plastic bottles and styrofoam cups and stuff, it won't ever rot. It just lay in here and float round and around.
Forever.
Forever.
You know, I believe I got one of them little sunfish halfway out in the lake right there, Jack.
Well.
Right out in the middle of that green stuff. Look at that. That ain't big as what just broke my line a while ago, though. I done got nervous. I got punchy on that one, Jack. Little sunfish, they are a pretty little old fish, though.
All right, I'm gonna wheel back around where you
That net done had his tail eat off. Something got a hold of him when he was little. Hold him, Jack.
I got him.
Boy, you got a lot of trash to bring him through. Look at that.
I got him.
Look at that. Where's he at? Jack, you gonna make me put my worm up now. You're doing it to me bad. Why don't you just go ahead and say that's what you get, hard-headed. Go ahead, Jack, say it.
Yeah. Put them worms up.
Well, I'm gonna get my trusty crawdad back out here. I see right now. I was just experimenting that, Jack. I hadn't left you. I just was experimenting a little while with that little motor-colored worm. See, but we know what they like in here's crawdads, ain't it?
Oh yeah. Well, he's mighty little, but I'll put him on there. He'll fill up one
notch.
One notch.
Turn them all loose in. Uh-oh, there's one right down on the bank.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. Whoa, there he is. There he is, Jack. Reckon that's the same fish hit you?
It could be. You need the net?
No, I don't need no net on that one. I sure don't need no net on that one. That's just a small fry right there.
I tell you what, though, I'm glad to see these small bass in here.
Yeah, they coming on. See, we probably got a spawn or two since we put them others in. See, that's pretty one. He'll come on. He'll be in good shape next year. Put him in there real easy. There you go, boy. He's laying right there in that treetop. They can't stand that twitch when it comes through there, can they?
No.
If they gonna hit it all, they got to have that. Jack, you know all this duckweed is so stupid to have all this in here. They got mechanical things down there drawing it out, and of course that gets the bottles and the junk out. But the white moor, which is a grass carp they have over in Asia, this stuff here will multiply. Every 4 days it'll double. So there ain't no way you can mechanically take it out as fast as it grows. And the county commission upstream bought these white moors and put them in there. They love duckweed. They can eat their weight every day. So the simple solution to all this, instead of all that spraying and all, there's an ecological answer to this. All they got to do is dump a couple thousand of them moors in here, and they just go right along and just eat that stuff right out. Yeah. And they're good for a lake too. A lot of people use them for keep all that aquatic growth out of their lakes, and it worked upstream real good, and it'll work in this lake. We just got to dump some in here and get it going. And solve all this mess right here.
Well, I've been told that sewage treatment plants has those white amoras and they're backup ponds, and they're very successful.
Well, I was talking to some of the folks that work at that sewer plant at the headwaters of this, and they said they'd be running a lawnmower cutting the grass, and them old mowers get out in there and they look like a herd of horses cows going down to eating them clippings when they hit the water. So they definitely will do a good job, and they'll do a good job in this lake right here.
Well, I don't know why we couldn't get a couple of thousand put in here.
Well, it's the most economical way to clean the lake instead of trying to clean it mechanically. It ain't never going to be cleaned mechanically. If you got something sitting there ready to go, and it first starts blooming, they start eating it just as soon as it starts. You got, I mean, you know, it's just like a cow eating out of pasture. As soon as that little strigs of grass grow up, bam, it's going to be gone.
Well, I'm all for putting them in here if we could just get some backing on it and put them in here and control this duckweed.
Yeah, all we need is just about 2,000 or 3,000, I believe, clean the lake up. Might take it a year or two for it to turn the corner, but that don't matter.
Yeah.
Beats this. This point right here, me and Bubba and Mark, look at them sunfish after that thing. Me and Bubba and Mark Fox was over here, and they got over here to this point last year, and I was over there still monkeying with the boat, and before I could get that boat cranked, they had sat right here and caught 7 bass out of these trees right here.
Yeah.
Now, there wasn't no monsters. They were just, you know, just regular little bite like what I just throwed back in there. But they had put 7 over the gunnel. Now, what we count them is when they come over the gunnel. Of course, we're going to turn all these loose. We want to encourage everybody that fishes out here to Bayview, keep the brim, but throw the bass in. Let's give them about 2 more years to get established good and go to reproducing. If we do that, we'll all have good fishing out here.
Yeah.
And ought to be one laying on that back side right there, Jack. Just ought to be one right there. You know, I was fishing with Mark Fox last year. We was using the same old crawdad right straight across over there. We come up in this little old slough. He throwed it over and he hollered at me, and I looked out there and he had 3 fish on that lure.
Well.
3 fish, got them up beside the boat. One of them got off, but we landed 2 of them. Now, I've heard of people catching 2, but I ain't never seen 3 fish on one lure.
No, I hadn't either.
And whenever they want something that bad, you know you're using the right stuff on them out here, baby. Jack, what you got there?
I got sunfish, Archie. He's getting a little bigger.
Boy, that's a pretty one there.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. If you had a handful like that right there, you'd have some nice ones.
Yep.
Well, he eat that thing up too, didn't he?
That's a pretty one.
It sure is. One good thing about fishing this old topwater stuff like this, you can catch brim and bass. It don't make no difference, does it?
That's right. And when these things here get right, you can catch them every cast.
We have caught some big ones out here, haven't we?
Sure have, Archie.
There he is.
Hold him, Archie.
Right in that duckweed.
They in there.
Yeah, they in there. Right in the duckweed. Don't believe that's a little one there though, Jack. Still a head though, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jack, you getting a bigger fish. All I'm getting these little old pigeons. We want to be careful not to damage him, though. Get these hooks out and put him right back in. I mean, I was in that stuff so thick you couldn't see how to come through there. He just reached up and grabbed it, Jack. Yeah, little feller. Just get right back in there. Jack, them sunfish is about to eat me up, buddy. Huh?
They'll eat that thing up.
That in there ain't no giant. He's just a little. Now I'm throwing up in there where them basses are in that shallow water, and that's where these sunfish are. They don't stay over about 6 or 8 inches from the shoreline, don't seem like, does it?
Yeah, something like that. Right on the bank.
Yeah. Of course, that's where you need to be. There he is.
Yeah.
You got him, Jack.
That's pretty good.
You think it's a good one?
Yeah, he's pretty good, and he gonna jump.
You need the net, or you got him good?
I think I got him.
He was right up there tight, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's in that cover. Oh, that is a fine one there, Jack. Yes, sirree. They're getting a little more quality now. Well, Jack, that ain't too bad a string of fish there for a day's fishing, and of course ain't no telling how many I missed and how many you missed. But we both caught a limit here. So you done turned in 1, that's 2, and 3.
There's a good one.
And we want to invite all y'all folks to stay tuned again next week for some more outdoors with Archie Phillips. And we'll go out fishing and hunting and doing all kind of things, just having a good time in the great outdoors in Alabama.